Hi, this is Kim. I am a haircut specialist in McAllen, Texas, and I'm here to help you learn how to talk to your hairstylist about what you want, what to look out for during your haircut service, and to make sure that you know what you're getting into when you're going to have your haircut. Some of the best ways to prepare for your haircut is take photos in with you of what you would like your hair to look like. Try to pick photos that are of similar texture of your own. That way you can have a really realistic expectation as to what you can get. I realize that a lot of haircut services come with a beautiful shampoo service, and you know you don't have to wash your hair on that day, but it is always helpful, especially if it's your first time at a salon, to wear your hair down to your initial appointment and consultation so that the hairstylist can see what your hair is already doing, what issues it might be having, and decide what's best to do and to recommend to proceed with your service. So in preparation for your haircut, you might want to wear your hair down, you might want to have 2 or 3 inspiration pictures, and you might want to have the help of this video so that you know how to talk about what it is that you want. So there are different kinds of ways to ask for what you want. Let's say that you want to come in and you want a trim. You don't want the shape of your hair changed at all, you only want a trim. So I would say, please dust the ends of my hair. That's one way to say it. The other way to say it is, I want 3/4 of an inch taken off all of the ends on my hair. Another way to say it is, I would like for you to clean up my ends only, but please make sure that you do not take anything more than an inch off any section of my hair. If you use some of those phrases, you're going to have more success in not getting too much cut off. So let's say that you love your hair length, but it's starting to get heavy. Some of the things that you can say is, I like my length, I want to keep my length, but it just seems to be getting heavy. Use your hands a lot when you're talking to your hairstylist. When you're showing them where it's heavy, this is telling me that I need to take weight off of a haircut in this area. If somebody says it's getting heavy, then this is letting me know that I need to layer up the hair in this area. So use your hands when you're talking to your hairstylist as you're trying to describe the shape that you want. So let's talk about the difference between a curtain bang and a face frame. So a face frame is when you have your hair cut in layers going down the front. Usually it starts anywhere between the jaw, the collarbone, or even sometimes as high as the cheekbone. So if you want that look of feathered all the way down, all the way to your length, what you need to ask for is a face frame. Some of the things to look out for when you're having your hair face framed: if you have super fine hair and it tends to be flat in this area, the stylist may choose to use a razor or slide cutting techniques to create more volume in your face frame. If you have hair that's really thick or tends to be frizzy or have split ends, hopefully your stylist will know to open and close the scissors on each section instead of sliding or using a razor on your hair. Sliding or using a razor where it's good to create texture and volume in some hair types. If your hair has a tendency to have split ends or have frizz, please ask your stylist to not use sliding or razor techniques in your hair. Then let's talk about curtain bangs that look like this. So that is a dedicated curtain bang. To say that to your stylist is, I would like to have a defined curtain bang. So the difference between a curtain bang and a face frame is, a curtain bang is a bang that's separate from the rest of the layers in the front of the hair. It usually looks more defined, and it usually has more of the hair coming from this area incorporated into it to give it more pop and definition. So if that's what you want, very defined, then ask for a curtain bang and expect to not have as many pieces in this area, because some of the hair that's usually used for a face frame needs to be utilized and cut shorter to create the definition that you're looking for in your curtain bang. You've learned to talk to your stylist about how to keep your length, how to only do a small trim, the different things you can say to that, some of the things to look out for with the different textures and the cutting techniques used. Now, let's talk about the layering. So haircuts that are layered are extremely popular right now, but there's so many different kinds of layers out there. So let's look at a few images to help you know what to ask for. This is an example of short layers. Short layers usually start above the shoulder. So you have pieces in this area of your hair that are cut to about right there, so that when I let this go, it's hanging way above the shoulder line. Short layers in the back are great for those curly girls that might not always want to wear their hair curly, but they want the option of doing both. If you choose a layered haircut that has short layers in the back, and one of those days of the week you just want to put some curl cream or some gel in your hair and let it air dry, those short layers are going to be more similar to haircuts that are put in specifically for curly hair, as curly haircuts tend to have shorter layers. Let's talk about medium length layers like this. So medium length layers are the most commonly requested layers. Those layers are going to give you a lot of movement and style in the back without creating too many short pieces. Medium length layers are very popular because they work with a wide range of textures. Fine, thick, medium, frizzy. I mean, you can't really go wrong with asking for medium layers. The only reason why medium length layers in the back might not be best suited for your hair type is, again, if you want to wear your hair naturally curly. In those cases, medium length layers might create more of a triangle bulk around the perimeter of your hair. Finally, we have long conservative layers like this. Long conservative layers are most suited for hair types that are very thin, because it creates a lot of volume on the ends. It maintains a lot more of the hair that's traveling from this area of your hair all the way down towards the bottom, so that you have a fullness on the bottom. If that's your desire, to have a really nice full shape on the bottom half of your hair, then definitely ask for long layers. Some of the drawbacks with long layers is that it doesn't give a lot of relief for volume on the crown of your head. So if you have fine hair and you want to have the look of longer layers, but you still want to have some volume on the crown of the head, perhaps your stylist can add some custom layering techniques, creating some detached layers at the crown of your hair to give you that lift while also maintaining the long layered look. Now that we've talked about short layers, medium layers, and long layers, I hope this information helps you be comfortable talking to your hairstylist and having a good idea of the techniques and the hairstyles that are most suited to your hair type. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.